Hey you, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm Jenny Prochko from Owls and Indigo, and I make videos about secular spirituality, bullet journaling, writing and journaling prompts, little tidbits about the moon and how to move through the lunar phases with your goal setting, mental health and awareness, and my story. Today I want to talk about how bullet journaling is a spiritual practice and what it's taught me about spirituality. For me, spirituality is all about connection. I actually have a video on this. I'll leave it linked up above and down below. It's one of my monthly spirituality journaling prompts. Spirituality is something that is deeply personal and very different for everyone across the board. Whether you're religious or not religious, there are many different ways to approach fostering your spiritual growth and working on your personal spirituality as an individual, and then also your spirituality and how it relates back out to a group or a community or the world. But let's get back into bullet journaling and how bullet journaling is a spiritual practice for me. Bullet journaling helps me connect inward back to myself and then also outward to the community. And that's what spirituality is to me on the most granular level. Bullet journaling has also taught me to be more mindful. It has taught me a lot about tracking and being observant of my situation and any trends that are happening in my life or reoccurrences. And now that I have a view of everything that I was tracking, I'm able to look back and actually analyze the data that I recorded in my bullet journal and start to understand why something happened or didn't happen. And for me, knowing those things is almost a spiritual experience because you're able to gain so much insight into what's going on with your body or with your mind or with your mental health. And speaking of mental health, my bullet journal has taught me forgiveness. I have ruined so many bullet journal spreads. I've spelled things wrong. I've scratched things out. I've been unable to erase things. I've had ink bleed through the pages, had to tear out whole sections of my bullet journal. It has taught me to forgive myself and that I can start again. That every day is a new chance to start over, and that actually every moment is a chance to start over. You just have to choose to. It was a really, really deeply spiritual and connective moment for me to realize that I can just start over and it's okay. And my journal doesn't have to be perfect because it's a reflection of me and I'm not perfect. And my journal reflects the seasons of my life. And I love that about it. And that reflection on the pages is such a spiritual experience for me when I go back and view it, because I get a look back into who I was then and what I was thinking and feeling. And it gives me more insight into my innermost true self, right down to my bones and in my soul. And that is also a deeply spiritual experience for me. Bullet journaling has also taught me about gratitude when it comes to my spirituality. It has taught me to say thank you for what I've been given, whether that's good or seemingly bad. Everything that we are given or not given, we should be grateful for. And having a gratitude log in my bullet journal has given me a chance for pause to say thank you to the universe and to say thank you to myself, and then also just to be grateful for my station in life. What we focus on is what we're going to manifest and see in our lives. And I don't use the word manifest as in creating something poof out of nothing. I mean manifesting as actually doing the work and creating the thing yourself that you're wanting or working towards the goal that you have. I think that anyone can manifest what they want with real world action steps. I talk a lot about goal setting on this channel, and you're able to achieve your goals, which is just another version of manifestation, by breaking them down into granular tasks that are much more approachable. If you want to see how I use my bullet journal for goal setting, check the link up above and down below. If we're happy, then we're going to see happiness. If we're sad, then we're going to see sadness. If we're angry, we're going to see angriness. I think we all need to have the ability to change our perspective, because if you change your mind, you can change your situation. And I think that that's what manifestation is about. It's not about creating something poof out of nowhere. It's about taking the conscious step to change your mind and to change your actions toward an end goal. to get that thing that you're trying to get in your hands or grasp or achieve. It could be anything. My bullet journal has also taught me to savor the little things, and that is also a deeply spiritual experience for me, because if I can find joy and gratitude in these small moments, then I will be able to carry those over into the moments that are difficult, are hard, and to be able to find the positive in the situation. And there's a quote that just really resonated with me that I wanted to share with you today. Slow down and notice what you see, hear, smell, feel, and taste. Really pay attention to your experience. This simple shift in attention can boost your happiness, and it will increase your capacity to enjoy pleasant events overall. This is connectivity, which is, in a sense, spirituality. When I read that, I was so excited to see that. I haven't seen anyone else talking about spirituality as connection, and I love that. I'm going to write this out and stick it up on my wall. Because spirituality is all about connection to me. It is connection back into your truest self, to your core, to your soul, to your spirit, and then back outward to the community. And my bullet journal has taught me a lot when it comes to my spirituality. And I love using my bullet journal as a spiritual practice. Do you use your bullet journal as a spiritual practice? Are you interested in using your bullet journal as a spiritual practice? Because if you are, make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell, because I post videos about secular spirituality and bullet journaling and how those two meld together for me. I also set goals by the moon phases. So every time there's a new moon, I'll set a new goal, and then I'll work on that goal for the 28 days of the lunar calendar. And at each moon phase, I check in and see where I'm at on my goals to see if I need to tilt or pivot or shift them, or if I need to scrap them and start over. There's nothing wrong with needing to start your goals over. It's okay. It's totally okay, and this year has definitely taught me that. If you watch my yearly review journaling prompts, you'll see the thing that really worked for me the most this year was pivoting. I'll leave a link to that video up above and down below too. I hope that you enjoyed this video on bullet journaling as a spiritual practice. I love to hear in the comments down below how you use your bullet journal. Do you use it as a spiritual practice, or do you use it just for tracking things? And has this video given you a different perspective on how to look at your bullet journals? I'd love to hear all about it in the comments down below. You can find me over on Instagram at AllisonIndigo, that's where I am most, or over on AllisonIndigo.com, where I share weekly spirituality tips, writing and journaling prompts, little tidbits about the moon and how to move through the lunar phases with your goal setting, mental health and awareness, and my story. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend your time here with me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.